Hi everybody. Hi everybody. It's your friend Daniel Hutchins. We are back again. Yes, we are back again here on the Hutchins Hut and the Hutchins Hut Productions. We work together, on the same side. We are on the same team. We are allies in the cause for the comic book universe. Yes. So what are we going to be talking about today? Well, we're going to be talking about Wednesday Addams. Yes, the Wednesday Addams. The we talked about it before on the Hutchins Hut several different times on several different of our channels. Because we're all on the same team, we're all on the same side. We are together at Hutchins Hut trying to bring um, the comic book universe back to its glory that it had once had before. The COVID-19 has spread across like wildfire, and everybody was in self isolation until it became safe again and then was revealed. So um anyway, so enough of that yammer yam. That was just the introduction. But what are we talking about? Yes, Wednesday Addams. Yes, the Wednesday Addams. Um, I talked a little bit about it before on several different occasions and on several different things related to Wednesday Addams. So if you're or new around here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button, and so it helps grow the channel. Okay, now for the information. Why is Wednesday and her mom and their relationship problems the key to their new season, season 2? As you guys probably have not known, yes, Netflix has renewed for season 2. We knew this because it was announced 2 years ago, at the end of the first season, because this is the follow up on season 2 of Wednesday Addams, the girl, from the Addams family. Okay? Wednesday creators have explained why there was a strain in the relationship between Wednesday and her mom is the key to season 2. The first 4 episodes of this installment, which have hit Netflix again today on August the 5th, 2025. Yes, today it has released. We will see Wednesday return to Nevermore Academy, her school, It's kind of like a private school, so okay. This time, however, her mom will be in a far closer proximity. Okay. Season 1 of Wednesday introduced a tumultuous relationship with her and her mom. However, Wednesday and her mom have managed to find some common ground, some shared ground. But Jenna Ortega has returned again as an iconic character, and it was no longer so reluctant to be like her mom. So instead, she has embraced her psychic ability that she's inherited from her mom, Morticia. Again, I keep saying her mom, but it's Morticia. However, the show and their creator have teased what this will mean for the future of Wednesday. Okay, in the interview with our friends over on Screen Rant, the creator had explained that Wednesday and Morticia and their relationship will be the very center and the heart of Wednesday Season 2. As the creator has noted, the tension drawn between these two comes down to, some control. Because, it's all about having self control. You don't want to get mad. You don't want to feel upset. Nobody does. Nobody does. Wednesday always wants to control the situation. However, it's said going on to explain why Morticia is kind of a helicopter parent. Helicopter parent. I've said that before on an Eric special, right? My dad, Master Eric, always used to call me, "Stop helicoptering. Stop being a helicopter. Go back to work. Go back to washing the dishes. Go back to scooping the cat box. Go back to change the trash. Go back and sweep the floor. And come back to me when you're finished and I'll check." That's okay. The reference in my own life, when they meant helicopter parent. Yeah, because I had my dad, my own dad, Master Eric, he oftentimes calls me, you know, I is like, "I have to constantly watch you like a helicopter parent." Again, helicopter parent. That's where the connection comes from. Okay, But the comment about Wednesday and Morticia in their relationship is below. This isn't quoted. I think the tension is really about to settle down because Wednesday always wants to try to control the situation. She's tried the reason with her mom, however, after losing it, and her mom, all of lecturing to Wednesday is kind of like a helicopter parent and is very much worried about her. She has some very maternal concern, especially one where it's abusive to her ability. However, it's a psychic ability, you know. Um, but part of this is why she can't quite let go of Wednesday, so she has to let her go and find her own way. It's like this. It's like the song by Fleetwood Mac. Go your own way. Fleetwood Mac. Fleetwood Mac. But nowadays, Fleetwood Mac is now has a band called Rumors by Fleetwood Mac. It's a tribute band to Fleetwood Mac. Find your own way. Go your own way. It's one of the best of the best. Anyway, this is something that Grandma always said to her. If Morticia is a helicopter parent, which they believe that she is, Grandma is clearly, just a drone parent, which again is drone is sort of like a helicopter, except it kind of flies differently. Um, she's just up there and nobody ever seen her. But somewhere in the middle of the time is probably where they should be, and I think that is interesting to explore with the season. Okay, hold on. Why did okay? It just like I don't know what happened. It also felt very relatable and real. For us, this is the ground version of the characters. We are the fathers of four daughters between us, so again, we've seen and had the front row seat to a mother daughter relationship, as most people do. It's just something that comes around universal, like karma. What comes around goes around, goes around, goes around, goes around, like Justin Timberlake. Okay? I think that is something we all can really want to explore more, especially in this new season. Why was this mother daughter relationship, and why is it important to Wednesday season 2? Wednesday season 1 is just the groundwork that was laid between Wednesday and her mom, Artesia, and their very special relationship. As the creators, Go and Miller, have commented that this indication on their season 2 will dive more deeper in the nuance, as it's the conflicted state between mother versus daughter, and the point of criticism. Where the series first premiered, Morticia and Wednesday didn't traditionally have the same issues as the past adaptations from the movie and the show The Addams Family. Still, they note that the relationship felt very relatable and yet really real. However, addressing the differences between Wednesday and the other Addams Family movie, TV, and other characters, the Netflix series leans more further into depth into individual character development, making Wednesday and Morticia's relationship more realistic and grounded for the modern age. Placing conflict between them allows for a stronger emotional payoff, and payoff is another way of saying send off, okay? Our take on Morticia and Wednesday's relationship is the very heart, is the very essence of the season 2. Wednesday's relationship with her mom, again, makes her more relatable, since it's mother, like daughter, okay? Like mother, like daughter. To hear Wednesday tell it all, and she has no heart. She has no heart. She has no empathy. She has no sympathy for no one. Because she's Wednesday Addams. I mean, come on. Don't be ridiculous. However, as we saw her from season 1, she's actually a rather compassionate character with a strong moral compass, which means she keeps her head on her shoulders and just keeps going. She cares reluctantly of the undertrodden and the misfortunate, and there are also plenty of such characters in Nevermore Academy. That, of course, the way Wednesday feels about her parents is a little bit more complicated, and it makes her character more interesting. And boy oh howdy, her character is interesting. I enjoy watching her first season, like I've done 100 times already, and I learned to embrace the aspects of herself and how it is similar to her mom, Morticia Addams. Now, going into Wednesday season two, this week, or maybe even tonight, I don't know. Um, we'll be eager to see the next stage in their relationship. The fact is, Grandma has always been thrown into the mix, and seemingly in contrast between uh, with Morticia's parent style is sure to make this dynamic much, much, much more interesting. And again, that is her again from the season one poster in the rain with the castles in the back of Nevermore Academy, and she's holding her umbrella. Yeah, she's holding an umbrella. The series again started 2 years ago, and yeah, it is a 9.2 out of 10 on the user score, and on Screen Rant, it's only an 8 out of 10 on the Screen Rant score. Which, okay, to be fair, yeah, okay, sure. But anyway, also, did you know in the cast, I can tell you who the cast is. Okay, the cast. The cast, you want to see all of the cast, okay? You want to know who is in Wednesday. Okay, we know Jenna Ortega is Wednesday. Uh, Emma Myers is her friend, Enid. Enid Sinclair, her best friend. Then there's Joy Sunday. She plays Bianca Barclay. Then there is the uh, the boy that's there at the school, played by Hunter Dewin. His character name is Tyro Galpin. And then there's also another student there, Musa Mustafa. He plays as Eugene Oettinger. And then there's also Christina Ricci. She plays Marilyn Thornhill. And I'm not done yet. There's Georgie Farmer. He plays Ajax. Percy Haynes White. He plays Xavier. Gwendoline Christie plays Larissa. Ricky Lynn Holmes plays Valerie. Jamie McShane plays Donovan. Naomi plays Yoko. Um, and then Catherine Zeta Jones plays Morticia, the mom. Louis Guzman plays again Gomez, the dad, obviously. Makes a lot of sense. And then we have Isaac Ornez playing Pugsley, the brother. And then Iman Morrison plays Lucas. And then Max Pemberton plays Dalton. And there's also George Valentin Barcia that plays Lurch. And is there still more, guys? There's one more set. There's James Clay plays Ethan. Carolyn Wally plays Martha. Joanna Diaz Watson plays Devina. Leanda, I can't even say this name, but he plays the deputy. And then there's Caleb Ross that plays Roland. Roland. And then there's Caesar. I can't even say this last name. He's the coach, Coach Vlad. And then the very last character on this season of the first season, because this is the cast of the first season I'm reading right here. Simon Fernez plays the grumpy farmer. Okay, so anyway, so now that's all, folks.